Craigslist post that it has about 95,000 miles on it. The engine was rebuilt, upgraded turbos, and according to the pictures, the car looks beautiful. You know, I mean, it shows me the interior and everything, and it looks beautiful. You know, I'm like wow, okay. I want to come see his car right away because for whatever reason, you know, he originally wanted 12,000 and then marked it down to 9,000. And then when I went to go see it, he had it marked down to 8,500. So I was like, what's wrong with this car? I got to go find out because from the outside, it looks great. From the description, it looks great. He did say that the interior had some flaws to where they, you know, because of the age and the heat of Florida and everything, some areas are not so great. So here, I'm going to give you the interview of the interior, and we'll move on from there. So this is the interior. It has some really nice beige leather seating. So far, it looks great. And the interior here is okay. It's starting to bubble up here. So that will be something I'll have to get fixed later on. Alright. But here is where it gets kind of bad, but it's okay. We can still fix it or replace it. So as you see, the leather job, and you can see it more so on that side, you can see it's starting to peel off. That could be one of two things. It sat in the sun and it was because of the heat, or the guy who did it did not use the appropriate adhesive and let it dry properly and everything. The owner of the car says he's the second owner of this car. He also says that he had this in the garage primarily, so he is not sure. I probably contribute to either the heat that we are in, or it is the person who did the installation. But everything else just looks really good in here. You know, there's a little garnish piece over there which I could replace. This one looks perfect. That one's kind of bubbly. Maybe I can fix it, actually. I'm going to try to see if I can do my own work first. Well, anyway, let's get to the meat and grind of why I chose this car, because that is the most important thing. So, as you already can see inside of the engine, or I'm sorry, the cockpit, if you will, driver's seat, there's some modification that's been made. He has an AEM True Boost gauge here, boost controller. I recommend it. It's actually a pretty decent one. There's a lot of features of it that I really like. He has some gauges that he did a modification part of the radio dashboard here. You can see it's like the RF, the temperature, and other stuff right there. That's something I might be removing, actually. He's not, the owner of the car was not sure of some of the gauges because they were done prior to him owning it. He also has a turbo timer here, and this looks like it's also, okay, I'm sorry, it's a turbo, one's an electronic turbo tuning system, the other one's a turbo timer. So he has both here, and I don't like it. It looks like they broke this and tried to, like, finagle it or whatever. I'm going to take this out. I'm going to take the original cassette player, which I can't believe it's still here. I'm going to take that out. I'm going to take this out and maybe relocate these, maybe different gauges though. These are the HKS gauges, which are good, but there's some nice LED ones I'm thinking about getting to either put along here maybe, or yet a dash system that it just sits right up here. I'm debating. I may even put it on the side if possible, okay? So that's something I really like. But I'm going to take this out. I'm going to put a double DIN radio in that's touchscreen, that has the works and everything installed. Yeah, so anyway, everything else looks good. Car otherwise looks great. Has some upgraded pedals. And the interiors, for the most part, besides the doors, look wonderful. And the doors aren't bad. Nothing's cracked or anything. It's just, it's peeling, as you can see. So we can fix that. That's something that's definitely fixable. And it's not something that is going to make or break this car for me because, like I said, it's fixable or replaceable, either way. Now, people ask me, well, why the beige interior? You know, why the tan and brown? Well, you know, to be 100% honest, I wasn't going for tan and brown. I wanted the charcoal or the black interior leather, you know. That's really what I wanted. However, we live in Florida. The beige tan interior is a little bit lighter. With that also being said, I can always upgrade to the black interior. In fact, I might do so since, as you can see in my dirty garage, and I apologize, we have two twin turbo leather seats over there that I can have, rewrapped and everything for me. I also have another Z in the driveway. Yes, this is my original baby from about 8 years ago. It has some upgraded rims, 555cc injectors. It's really dirty right now. It's been sitting. There's nothing wrong with it except for one of the fuel injectors is not firing, which I already have the replaceable 555cc injectors. But it does have the black and charcoal interior, so most of that would be coming from this car if I were to replace it. I don't want to do that right now because this interior is great. I'm going to roll with this, to be honest, until there's nothing else that's needed. So let's go on to the rest of the meaty car here, and we'll get to the engine bay shortly. So as you can see, he has some nice upgraded rims. They're nothing spectacular, but they're definitely not nicer than the stock rims. I think these are some eBay rims. I think I've seen that brand before, but that's okay. I mean, it's really good tire size for this car. These are 18s. He has, let's see, what does he have on this? These are, let's find it here. They're 285 35 R18s. That's what he has in the back. In the front, which there's some tread left on this car. I might have to get new alignment. On the front, he has, let's go look on the other side since I can't see. Yeah, I got a fish tank here. That's going inside because I'm going to reset up my fish tank and everything. Sorry, a lot of stuff going on. Might see some other surprises for another episode. Alright, let's look on this side to see what he has here, if it states. Might have to turn. I have to get some air in these tires, to be honest. Let's see here. These are 245 40 R18s. I don't know. Well, they're alright. They look great on the car. But we'll see what happens. I'm probably going to get some new rims. I either want some Volks or Rays. Something nice. We'll see what we got here. Anyway, so long story short. So it's fairly easy OEM. So he has some type of upgraded aftermarket body kit on here. Partially. He has a rear bumper. It's of course not the stock. It looks really clean. He has some upgraded mufflers on there, exhaust system. Alright, and then if you go to the front, he has some type of an aggressive bumper on it that doesn't look like it's properly bolted in, to be honest.